you like to say something? Yes, we will go on the speakers list. Who would like to be on the speakers list? I'm going to take 3 first, then the second 3. If you are being redundant, I'm just going to stop you. We're going to have Taiwan, South Korea, and Czech Republic. Oh, we'll take it for the second round then. Okay, thanks.
Dear animals, as everyone keeps saying, IFMSA is not a platform to resolve or even raise more political issues. It is our responsibility to create an inclusive, respectful, and comfortable environment for as many members as possible, because we all know the political reality is far more than we can control. During today's discussion in the presentation, we have heard about the worries from animals fearing that this policy proposal may damage the relationship between FMSA and WHO. We would like to once again emphasize that it will not endanger FMSA's official relations with WHO. For example, the official relations between World Medical Association and WHO is approved by the WHO EPT, with its Taiwanese member organization being allowed to proudly say they are from our country, Taiwan. We have also sent you an email regarding the political background within WHO, which clearly explains why FMSA has never received similar requests until 2 years ago. Ever since the December of 2017, medical students from relevant animals, including Taiwan, have been deprived of the rights of being who we are in FMSA. Political reality exists, yet we have more choices to surpass these barriers. Every single student worldwide deserves a chance to be themselves, and FMSA, a non-political organization, deserves a chance to protect this autonomy, to become truly inclusive, and not to be pressured or influenced by any authority or party. Thank you.
Dear IFMSA family, IFMSA has served as a nurturing for global health for many years based on the culture of respecting each other as the way they are. If not for the love and respect we have for each other under the name of the family, our federation wouldn't have developed this far, and if not developed this far, other organizations wouldn't have recognized us as now it is. In that sense, what FMS Taiwan requests upon us questions the fundamental and only way of existence of IFMSA. The bylaw change proposal of FMS Taiwan reminds us of our painful history. It reminds us of 3 Korean emissaries who kept banging on the conference room door of Second Peace Conference 1907 held in Hague, the Netherlands, shouting our land's name, named by our people, just to be heard. It took our people's blood, tears, and unspeakable courage to retrieve our name back and to be called by it within a global society. Our country name doesn't determine the essence of who we are. However, it defines the rights and identity of our members in the Federation. The rights and identity of our fellow NMO is the utmost priority that we have to protect and can't lose again. Not in the days of IFMSA family stance, not because of overstated concerns of political risk. I hereby ask strongly to fellow NMOs to not only stand by our beloved host NMO, but to the spirit of our federation of respecting our family's rightful voice. Thank you.
Dear IFMSA family, we invite you to raise your cards if you support this statement. On behalf of IFMSA Czech Republic, I would like to express our gratitude that IFMSA shows commitment to fair and dignified treatment of our fellow NMOs and their members. We, as citizens of the Czech Republic, deeply sympathize with the cause of Taiwan, as we were once also part of a state that we didn't recognize as our own. It wasn't until decades of civil struggle and one world war that we were able to enjoy the right to self-determination that belongs to every nation in the world. We understand the respect that some of our fellow animals feel from current state of political affairs. However, we do not believe that we should let ourselves to be intimidated into submission and be forced to compromise on our commitment to creating a better world. IFMSA rightfully takes pride in standing for equity, freedom and human rights, and the empowerment of people everywhere stand up for their beliefs and rights. Therefore, we see no reason why we should deny our fellow animals the values for which we so strongly advocate. Dear animals, as it is tradition in the great plenary of IFMSA, almost every statement begins with the same words, Dear IFMSA family. We believe that we should not let ourselves repeat these words and let their meaning slip away. That we should truly treat each animal as a part of the great IFMSA family that is growing with each General Assembly, and let us treat all our brothers and sisters with respect they deserve. Let us focus more on what unites us rather than what divides us. And let us be the change we want to see in the world. Thank you.
For speakers list. Anyone else? Because I would like to give the final 2 spots to the EB and Subco, so I'm looking to see if there are other animals. No? So, okay. Subco first? Okay. Okay.
Thank you. The Executive Board truly appreciates all the efforts of FMS Taiwan and all the fellow NMOs which was put into this proposal. However, the EB has a responsibility to protect the external work of the Federation, and we have a recommendation of this proposal. So the team of officials has a stance against this proposal, and this is in line with numerous stances of the EBs and supervising councils put forward in regard to all the similar bylaw change proposals at previous GAs. IFMSA must have the reference to names of countries for purposes of external communication, clearly stated in the bylaws, because non-compliance with the United Nations and the World Health Organization's rule regarding references to countries, for example, the 1975 WHO Executive Board Resolution EP 55.R353, for example, will eventually lead to a complete loss of IFMSA's official status with WHO and within the United Nations framework. The situation of Taiwan in the World Medical Association, which was mentioned, is different from the situation in IFMSA, as the small working group findings already indicated and conveyed to the NMOs. So just to summarize, we want to emphasize that the loss of IFMSA's official status with WHO and the United Nations would be extremely dangerous for IFMSA's mission, vision, and our external work. Thank you.
Thank you, IFMSA. Subco?
Thank you. Adding on what the EB just said, the Subco would like to note that we strongly advise against the adoption of this bylaw change proposals for 2 reasons. Firstly, this bylaw change proposal might have many unintended potential negative consequences to the Federation, not only as mentioned by the VPE, which might lead to the loss of access to and engagement of opportunities with WHO and the United Nations system, but also lead to further similar changes within the Federation because it does not specify the case of Taiwan. Furthermore, going back to the report shared by the small working group on the membership structure, we do note that, yes, WMA managed to call the Taiwanese Medical Association by the country name of Taiwan. However, WMA, despite being approached by WHO to change that, however, WMA possesses significant political influence, which IFMSA does not have. So please keep that in mind when voting on this bylaw change proposal.
Thank you, Subco. This concludes the speakers list. Can we, what happened to the screen? Okay. So we have motion number 58 to adopt the bylaw change proposal number 53. The motion was proposed by FMS Taiwan and SFGH UK. Do we have a seconder? Czech Republic. Do we have any amendments? Do we have a direct negative? Can you, Cyprus, would you like to explain? Yes.
The executive board's decision and the executive board's explanation is more than covering this direct negative. However, we would like to repeat that this bylaw change proposal is not specifically designed for Taiwan and could lead to many future implications in the Federation, as many member states, as many new NMOs will be included in the future.
Thank you. Do you have an alternative motion?
No.
Okay. We will now.
For the information from CCC,
Yes?
we have 78 animals with voting rights in the room.
78?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so now we move to vote. If you're in favor of the bylaw change, press 1. If you're against, press 2. If you abstain, press 3. Let's vote now. Just switch from the screen of texting to the screen of Nemo Vote and vote now. Please. Let's vote now. If you haven't done that yet, just open your computer and vote. I'm sorry for the repetition, it seems to be the only way to actually get votes quickly. I know it's getting tiring for you and I. Let's do that. Let's vote. Singapore, Sierra Leone, Jordan. Okay, we have 26 votes in favor, 39 votes against, and 13 abstentions. Motion fails. Okay, so now we move. Yes, Executive Board?
The Executive Board would like to emphasize that this bylaw is only for external communication, which means that only the documents that are requested from us from the United Nations or WHO when we communicate with them, or anything that externally is portrayed. But from the beginning of the discussions of this bylaw change proposal, we have tried our best internally not to use this terminology and to stick with the NMO's name and preferred terminology. So internally, and for example, with the invitations related to the General Assembly happening in Taiwan and everything that led to the GA, we have not used such terminology that FMS Taiwan does not agree on, and we will continue our commitment and recommend to the upcoming executive boards to continue this commitment within internal communication, but externally we will follow the bylaw until an established new procedure is there.
Thank you, Madam President. Okay, we now move to motion number 59 to adopt the